Um, what is anxiety?
What is anxiety?
Yeah.
Anxiety is a fear-based emotion. It shows up in your body in different ways, and when you start naming it, you can call it
Is
out.
it like mental or physical or combination of both?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can feel anxiety first before you can actually think about it. So I usually feel it in my chest. My chest gets tight. My heart starts to race. I might feel it in my throat a little bit too. Some people, feel it in their gut and have gut issues through anxiety. It also is kind of that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. You can step into that with it as well. But a lot of times it makes you freeze, right? Because it becomes a fear about the future, like what if, what if, what if, and I think a lot of times working with belief systems and trying to work out of anxiety, well, what if that's not true? What if there's a really good possibility here? But our design as people is created to survive and designed for safety. And so we'll often step into these places of how do I protect myself from the worst case scenario? And so we want to kind of reimagine that and go, well, what if something else happened that's really good? And sending them into a different kind of brain space.
And do people get medicine for this, or is it something you have to overcome yourself with help of a therapist, or like how do people
Yeah,
overcome this?
all of the above. Yeah, there's a lot of good medicine out there for anxiety. Um, what I would generally say is when I'm seeing a client, we try to develop some tools around anxiety first, and how to do deep breathing, or how, like, if there has some social phobia, how to think ahead to go, where am I going to park my car? Where am I going to, and creating a narrative for them on that side. And then if we're still finding higher levels of anxiety, that they're just not functioning well and distressed, I'll send them to their PCP or a psychiatrist to get some medication.
So, how do you get diagnosed? Is it like, does a person say I have anxiety and they go with it, or is
Mm-hmm.
it like some kind of test, physical test, blood test you can take to like actually determine?
That would be interesting if there was a blood test. I'm not sure if there
Okay.
is, but I think generally people feel distressed and they feel like incapable of really living their
Mhm.
lives. They feel really stuck. And same with depression, except depression's on the other side of it. So, it'll keep you from doing what you really want to do. And I've got anxiety and I can't get out of this. And my mind keeps looping on all these terrible things I think are going to happen. And so being able to kind of kick out of that, the medication will help lower I call anxiety kind of inflammation. So it's like if you had inflammation in a joint,
Yeah.
you would take ibuprofen to kind of and
Okay.
ice to get the inflammation out. So sometimes SSRIs are a really good way to lower the inflammation. And so you can actually use the tools, and then sometimes people can get off the medication using the tools.